What up, it's your boy Dvrth back again with another video, and today we are here with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 42, I believe. Let me check real quick. 42, yep, okay. Yeah, episode 42, last episode we got a fight between Edward and Kimberly. Kimberly got away, and Edward got put in a not so great situation with a steel rod through his chest. However, we put aside our differences with Kimberly's men and actually got together and worked to help Edward, and you kind of realizing that the fighting was stupid. I'm very excited to see what happens next. We also learned that obviously the man that brought alchemy to Xing was Hohenheim. So even more revelations that make me want to watch more. So we're gonna get straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood or something totally different, the best place in that in is always my social media. Link's gonna be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early in the uncut reaction, you can subscribe to my Patreon below as well. So with all that being said, let's get our headphones, make sure they're on. Them bitches is on, and let's get into it. Now this chorus goes kind of hard the more I hear it. It just goes harder every time I hear it. This is definitely probably one of those OPs where like some people didn't like it in the beginning, and like the more they heard it, the more like, yeah, this shit's hard.
For gold and immortality across various passages, so we're checking to see if they're connected.
I just wonder, like, if it's just referring to the golden hair instead of like the gold.
I guess we should reassemble him.
It seems to be more to it than just Edward falling out. Look at everybody just.
The pieces.
Oh, the book itself.
What have you done?
The book itself.
Be so careless, May.
In each occurrence of the words for gold and immortality by physically overlapping.
There it is. Genius. Good shit, May.
Let me take a look at those other pages, Marco.
Gold
Look at everybody working together, dog. It's so beautiful to see.
Oh yeah, right here. Wonder if we.
Yep, it's gonna make a circle. I do it. Oh damn, I hit the fuck out of my green screen.
Is this really all that you were trying to do?
I doubt it. There's gotta be more to it.
Research. You couldn't see a way to stop this.
Missing something.
Right, gotta be more to it.
We've only broken the first code, and I bet there's more. There's gotta be some other message hidden in there.
Whoa, kid,
God damn it, Yoki, you piece of shit.
Well, thanks for caring that I'm getting sick.
Good job, moron. You blew the whole
Yoki, you may be a genius.
Gotta be it.
I take it back.
It's a bad situation, and you turn it around. There's two sides. We've got to put it back together and then flip it over.
Oh.
It's a new Amestrian transmutation circle.
Oh my god.
Use alchemy instead.
Pride? Every time I don't know what the fuck's going on, I'm just like, Pride? Is it you?
From the tunnel that Sloth has been digging.
It is him! God damn it!
You must be the Crimson Alchemist. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Pride.
I just know when that guy's around. I just...
Developments with Scar.
I'm actually pursuing him now.
There was an explosion in one of the mine shafts.
Miles and Scar gotta be like one of my favorite, like two of my favorite characters in the show.
We did a thorough search.
They might be my favorite.
No bodies turned. Me too. So are things any better there?
It's a hard turtleneck.
Afraid not. The border war at Pendleton was a massacre.
Of course it
The military
was.
hoping for casualties. They sure as hell got them.
That's what they were hoping for, actually. In trench warfare? That's my dog. His glasses is hard. Fury! Chill the fuck out, bro. You better not fucking die.
Moving, Thomas! Just don't stop!
Fury, you better not fucking die. Fury, you better not fuck. You better survive this, Fury.
I won't die for this!
Jerk, Fury, you God damn you! You better live, Fury. I'll be mad if you die. You completed it? He did! Fuck! Whoa!
Tunnels connect.
Oh, this is so bad.
I'm all done working.
Hey everyone! Go ahead and line up.
Oh.
It's time to take a lunch break.
Yay.
Excuse me, miss. May I have some...
Hohenheim! Let's go!
I'm actually looking for the Church of Leto where the riot started.
Okay, it's good to know that Hohenheim is doing his own research as well, his own investigating. Oh, he's trying to find the tunnel? Right, because if he finds the tunnel, then he... Hohenheim! I love you!
The water turned toxic. No one's really sure how it happened. Wait!
Hey, what are you doing? That stuff will kill you!
My name is Von. Von Hohenheim. I walk on water on God.
It's some kind of miracle.
This shit, Hohenheim. Fuck! Why would he do that?
Didn't even slow it down. Okay then.
God, pride is terrifying.
Trap it.
Hohenheim!
You'll die if you pass it.
Oh,
You can't survive outside of your container, can you?
I see.
It's not much
It's
different
like,
than your flask, is it?
right, it's like the Flask.
I'll take that as a yes. What's wrong? Why the silent treatment?
Yeah. Talk that shit. Talk that goddamn shit, Hohenheim.
Are you angry?
I'm never angry. Anger does not exist within me. My name is Pride.
Pride the arrogant. That makes sense. I can see your conceit. You are the pure essence of your father.
I see. It's all a part of him.
Insist that you come with me to see Father.
Don't try to rush me, Pride. I don't need an invitation to call on him, but you can give him a message. Tell him Slave 23 will be dropping in quite soon.
Let's go.
Just tell him to be patient and relax in his chair beneath Central. I'm coming.
That's my nigga, bro.
I'm waiting, Von Hohenheim.
What exactly were you doing in there?
Don't worry about it.
Sending a declaration of war.
You slut! Y'all thought we wasn't gonna come back?
What took you so long?
What the fuck?
It's Drachma!
What the fuck? I guess we haven't seen Drachma. What the fuck is this?
And on top of that, I've got a number of my top men already stationed inside the fort. They'll spring their treachery when the fighting starts. The ensuing chaos should weaken them from within.
Great plan, Kimberly. It's actually a really good plan.
Reach the walls of that abomination.
Yeah, here we go. Fuck! Yeah, that fuck. It's a good plan, man. Like I said, all Kimberly and his gang has to do is prey on the weakness of man to start more bloodshed. It's always gonna work. God damn it. God damn it. Okay. God. Okay, we are setting up for the end, right? We are like really setting up for the final stretch. And I love it because first of all, I love the decoding in the beginning of the episode where we get the group. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing with the beginning of this episode is that we get the group kind of working together to figure out the code, or how to decode the book and stuff like that. But what I really like, outside of just like the decoding and like how like what they found out, which is amazing, it's how they found it out is what really amazes me. First of all, they were working together. These were all people from totally different backgrounds and totally different people. You had Ishvalans, you had, you know, Amestrians, you had people that were, you had Chimera, you had these were very vastly, you know, these are vastly different people all working together, right? Which in itself is pretty cool. And while the decoding was pretty cool, and that was pretty cool, not only were these vastly different people working together, but it also played into the theme of earlier in a couple episodes ago, where what's her name, Olivier was looking out of the mountains. It was like, you know, I just like the simplicity of black and white. And the other guy, I forget his name, came in and was like, but if you look up, you know, you see blue, you see a little bit more. And in the beginning of this episode, we got kind of that same ideal where we see things seemed like it was fucked, right? Where we figured it out, but that's as far as we can go. What are we gonna do? Like, this is as far as the notes got, you know, that we found out the plan, but how do we stop it? Oh, we don't know. But well, let me stop right there. Before that, of figuring out the notes and all that, we had the little girl from Xing. I keep forgetting her name. Xiao Mei, I think her name is. We had Mei, who kind of looked outside the box and saying, okay, what if we just assemble all of them, right? Which was a great plan. That came from looking at the people assembling. What's his name? Alphonse, with also like kind of assembling life in a way. And once we got it all together and we stopped, like, oh, we figured out the plan, but that's as far as we got. We just figured out the plan. We don't know how to stop it. We then got the theme of the whole blue sky and black and white mountains, where it was, what if we look a little bit further in and understand that it's not black and white here, and we flip it and we'll get the answer there. I like that, because it not only did we figured out a new way of alchemy, in which is exactly why we're on this mission in the first place, but we also reinstill the idea that if you look a bit further, instead of seeing things in black and white of, oh, we found out what they're going to do, but that's it, you start to find answers. And I love that beginning scene, because it really, while I'm going to go back to one of the ideas that we had in the beginning of the show, where each episode had, we looked at each episode as a part of a formula. And I think you can still do that from that point to this point as well. But we're going to harp back on that, because in the last episode we had, we began with, this is what I wanted, this is the path that I want to choose. And Miles saying that's going to be very hard, and you may get a bunch of people involved in it that may get hurt as well. And we ended with showing how difficult that is going to be. But in the beginning of this episode, we show the resolve of just humans, just the human resolve, right? Of showing like this whole group coming together and figuring things out, and showing that, like, yeah, it's going to be hard, but it's also not going to be impossible. I think that's the beat that I was waiting for, because in the last discussion, we continue to harp on that it would be hard, but it was not going to be impossible. And I think the beginning of this episode, at least, it honed in on that, or just saying, yes, it's going to be very difficult, but it's not going to be impossible. And seeing time after time our group come together and actually flip the problem on its head and figure it out that way, that brings me a little bit more safety, and to, in my mind, to be like, okay, maybe maybe it won't be that bad. I mean, it's still going to be difficult, but once again, it's not impossible. Let me see, where do we go from there? We also got my man's Pride finally showing up, which I mean, who else in that situation? I guess who else? And this is around the part where I start to realize that, yeah, we're definitely in the long run. Like, this is the final stretch of the show, because now the tunnel's finished. Now people are seeking each other out. I think this will be the last circle that they need. This will be the last point of contention, because we see everybody in a different battle, with Fury out there in just straight up bloodshed, and that's what's going on there. And then I forgot the guy's name that he was on the phone with, or that the other guy was on the phone with, but they're just naming off different massacres in which, yes, we've always known that was the plan. But hearing these out loud and understanding them explaining it to us again, and saying yeah, this is what's happening in the east and the west and this corner of the world, or this corner of our nation, it shows you just how final this is about to be. And as well as finally seeing Hohenheim again, which I was really excited for, because we need more Hohenheim. It's also good to see that he is actively seeking out Father, which now we with the whole Hohenheim thing, we kind of understand the mechanic of what's the name, Pride, where the what do you call it, the little tunnel is pretty much his flask, because he needs something to be contained with, which I'm wondering if the same thing is for Father, where he needs something to contain him. Now, I'm still not sure what the overall plan for them is, but if I were at this point, if I were to think of what a plan or what the goal would be, it would be to actually break that metaphorical flask and actually be able to go further than that, because we see in Hohenheim's backstory, that was all Father was trying to do, was just get out of the he even said, if I could wish for one thing, it's to finally be free of this flask. So I wonder if he's just found himself in the same situation of being contained in something else, because we see that Pride is pretty much going through the same thing. On top of that, finally seeing the or not finally, but seeing that each, which we already kind of knew this, but seeing that each sin was a piece of Father, which Hohenheim refers to as one of the sins of man, which is, that's what it is. But it seems like Father pushed himself away from being that, which to us, if we've known anything in this entire show, that's the closest. Man is the closest that you're going to get to power, right? You can't. The further you push yourself away from that, so the more sins that you take out of yourself, the further you push yourself away from that, the more you assure your own downfall. We talked about this the same way as when Bradley was saying yeah, it's great being a homunculus. Why would I want to be a human? being a homunculus is how I become stronger. I'm sitting there like, that's stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've heard all show. So hearing Hohenheim say this about the homunculus and how they were almost like assures father's downfall for me, because like I would have been more afraid of father if he was trying to find a way to become more human. As of right now, it seems like whether it's in his plan or not, whether it's voluntary or not, it seems like he's pushing he's pushing himself away from being human, and that's a problem. Like, if the more you do that, the weaker you get in a way, or at least the less potential you have. So I am very excited to see where all this is about to go, because right now where we're at, it's a very easy task, and we're seeing this right now. It's a very easy task for like Kimberly and the homunculus's side of the war, because all they have to do is, like I said, prey on the insecurities and weaknesses of man in order to cause more bloodshed, and then they're exactly where they need to be, which in this next episode, I'm guessing that's exactly what happens. A lot of people are going to die on both sides, and they're going to get exactly what they need and want. So it's a very easy side to be on. However, in this episode, I think that they have reinstilled enough faith in me, at least with our group, for me to not be too afraid. With the title of this episode, we see that each side is ready for, well, not even each side, our side is ready for a counterattack. We've got damn near everything that we need so far. Almost. We're almost ready, but they're like, as the title says, we are seeing signs of a counterattack, and this is going to be good. This is going to be really fucking good. So I'm excited. So if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all that other stuff. If you oh my god, if you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Fullmetal Alchemist or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media. Links gonna be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Links gonna be, or want these episodes early, or you want the full reaction, it's gonna be on the Patreon. Links gonna be below for that as well. So with all that out the way, get my off button ready. There it goes. You all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.